in the Dream League qualifiers, much to unfortunately, you know, the amusement of many. It's not a defeat we expected. They weren't a strong team then. They're not a particularly strong team now. You know, like, sure, they're good individual players, but like you expect a team like Nigma to be able to make short work of them. Can they do it? Let's find out. As I said before, I do like that they're just kind of sticking to what the game they want to play and not just being like, okay, we need to beat these guys. Let's just like pick some aggressive draft and like run them over in lanes, etc., etc. Like, now they're playing their Dota, and Stoic is going to walk into 4 heroes straight off the bat here. Big Illuminate coming on through. They're probably not going to be enough to save Stoic. And yep, the rest of the Winter Bears just going to back themselves away, and that'll be first blood going to FBZ in the offlane.
That's going to be a rough feeling, right? Especially when you see the scaling potential in Nigma. Any cheap kill in the early game, it's just going to amplify that, bring it closer to when Nigma feels happy. I think Arc Warden, though, is a hero that surprisingly is a lot more active than before. I think I've been seeing some Arc Warden builds where they go for Vessel, and with the Vessel, then they obviously have their clone, they run it around the map, they just keep looking for fights, and he still eventually goes for the Hurricane Pike, Mjolnir, kind of Hex type of build, Manta, but it's that option of aggression early on. So I'm looking at Sumal to not play a farming Arc Warden, but to play one that balances both fight and farm, to bring Nigma into a little bit more of a proactive mindset. Not too crazy, but just ready to fight.
Fight breaking out here. I mean, Miracle will throw out the stun to secure the bounty rune, but taking a ton of damage in the meantime. Avalanche comes out from the low ground. The right click's coming on through. Reality gonna get the click and get the kill. Miracle goes down. The second kill of the game, not the first blood, of course. And Miracle will be able to get to lane in time for that first wave. Kuro just kind of getting burnt up by Kachal on the way back to lane. And Iron Shell doing bits.
Yeah, so for the safe lane, right, you got Croaky and Miracle. This Enigma should have a pretty good time. He has leveled, though, the Malefice because of the contest at the rune. This is going to hurt him a little bit in his ability to pressure against 2 melee heroes. With the Eidolons, if you were to micro them, you'd be able to pressure the Tiny. But again, slightly unconventional leveling from both players, right? You've got Avalanche on a Tiny, you've got Malefice on an Enigma. Normally it's tree grabbing a Eidolon, so a little bit of a weird start to the bot lane, but again, everyone's just going to be hitting creeps for now.
Hitting them creeps. I think for me it comes down a lot to the portal rotations. I think there's a lot of potential for both teams to be able to abuse those portals. One thing I really like seeing is if the carry gets active. This is something which Yatoro does a hell of a lot. If he's playing something like Luna or Sven or, you know, just something with a big ultimate, you hit that 6, you go through the portal, you kill the enemy carry. Like, it's just such a boss move.
Yeah. It's a strategy that goes back to just the old days of Dota. Like, you play some Faces Void, as soon as you hit 6, you TP to the tree line and mid lane, you wait for that mid, you get the kill, you take tower, and you play the game, right? So, yeah, I think Twin Gates are still kind of an art form that some teams truly know how to use and others are a little bit lost in their ways, but we'll see how both of the teams utilize them.
GZ getting on top of Kuro here. Might just be getting run down on the Enigma. Gonna take a bit of time though. GZ.
It's a very
He's actually out of mana,
death.
so won't be able to get an Avalanche. Does Kuro get the deny? No, he does not. Does means that GZ takes a lot of damage in response, but yeah, overall nice kill coming out from the Tiny, utilizing that Iron Shell from the Darkseer.
Oh, Sumo is doing the Earn Vessel build that I was mentioning before we started. It will allow him to just be very potent on the map, and you kind of need it because Keeper Light will always make moves as well.
Top side, that'll be a bring down on Stoic.
Yeah,
yep.
Rubik does die.
Yeah, Matty taking some hits as well in the process there, but of course by himself won't be able to bring him down with a spec.
He actually just died to a hoof stomp. I was expecting, as I looked up, like, oh, maybe he got hit by disruption. No, it was just a hoof stomp into right clips. This CS difference is very worrying, right? If you're a Winter Bear fan.
Yeah, the Winter Bear fan in chat is probably very worried right now, but not
should we vibe check
not
real
like
quick?
It's expected.
Again, there's a slight delay on stream, right? But should we vibe check?
Sure.
Okay, press 1 if you want Nigma to win. Press 2 if you want Winter Bear to win. Thank you. Then I can tailor my casting to be biased based on the majority. No,
good idea.
Yeah, thank you.
It's what the people really want. They don't know it, but
yeah. Sorry, I'll keep that open on the second screen. In like 10 minutes time, we'll improve the casting.
I mean, Samel has taken some big hits as Stoke goes down up again on the top side, and Reality once more just unable to really threaten anything. Yeah, the Illuminator's getting very annoying for Smell in the middle lane, but he's keeping his cool. He's landing the CS. He's not really too worried. Knows that the one thing he needs to do is farm, and that's the thing. Coddle, he can do a lot of damage to you, but very rarely does he actually get kills in the lane because he just doesn't have the toolkit by himself.
It also helps that Sumel's doing an exceptional job at playing for the Denies. Keeper Light is a hero that farms very quickly, but he farms in a way that he just shoves waves. And if he shoves the wave, then there will always be opportunities for a high score player to kind of play around that, get the Denies, and he's got 12 of them. And it is just starving the Keeper Light just a little bit, and it's giving Sumel just a little lease of life. There isn't really a rotation to come into mid, right? There's no Tiny for Nigma that can just toss him into a bad position. So I'd be surprised if Keeper Light ever does go down, but yeah, Sumo is having an exceptional start to this game. 27 for 13. He hasn't been shoved out of his lane, and he will get kind of in good stride to
top
enter
side,
this game.
they're going for the big target this time. They want to bring down the Spectre. Another double edge, another kill. Matthew brings down Reality. Stoic, unfortunately, not there to help out in that situation. Smell getting rotated upon a little bit here, but they actually missed the blood grenade. GT might be in some trouble now. They've caught him in the river. Matthew rotates in, and yeah, with the spark rays coming on through, GT is likely to fall. There we go. Matthew get the kill the Shadow Poison again here.
Nice move there, coming from Matthew. I like the reaction from Nigma. I think this is how they need to play out this game, right? Like, your heroes shouldn't be smoking to find kills. It should be locking down the kills in lane and then just TPing when opportunities arise. It's all on Winterbear in the early game to want to make these kind of engagements and yeah, just punish them when they present themselves. 2,000 gold lead now at the 5-minute mark. We're into the 6 minutes in about 30 seconds time. I'm expecting there to be mid-river contest as Kuroki already walks down here. Matthew smoked up very deep behind the Keeper of Light. Was looking to block the camps. He's body blocked one, got an observer as well. So doing everything in his power to stop that kind of the normal motions that Kotal has. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. You know, you secure FBZ's lane for it. FBZ just says, hey, yep, go away. You can do what you want to do. And Matthew's all right, I want to annoy the hell out of this Kotal. This is super obnoxious. And Kuro even coming in for this one as well. Wow, look at the depth of this play. This is ridiculous. The toss comes in to get Kuro away from him. A little bit more damage will be required, and they have it. Anumi goes down. Samael gets the kill, and now they're looking for more. Stoic under the tier 2s at 6 minutes into the game. Surely that's not going to happen. He does have a bit of healing to come his way, but the poison, the right click, oh, it's enough. Samael gets a double kill under the tier 2 tower. Oh my god, what is this aggression coming out from Nigma Galaxy?
Yeah, they just play it beautifully, right? It's like they're there first. The Sumo's got all this level advantage that we're talking about. It's a level 5 Keeper of Light. This is exactly what gives Nigma kind of just confidence to make these moves. I'm speaking about being reactionary, but when you have this much of a level lead, then utilize it, right? Punish them, and of course the urn helps out. He's now only like 900 gold away from the vessel. Tiny will be walking to get the Wisdom Rune bottom. I'm expecting maybe Matthew or someone. Doesn't look like anyone on Nigma is rushing towards the Wisdom right now. Croaky is level 3 in the enemy jungle, saying hello.
Yeah, now he's trying to say goodbye. He's trying to get himself away. Coddle with that ultimate very, very fast as well. But Stampede's even faster.
FBZ's got another month contract extended. There we go. Good Stampede, boss.
In reality, there's really not much they can do about the Centaur. It just completely frees up Matthew's game. He's just going to keep sitting at mid, keep helping out Samael, keep putting pressure on the Coddle. And like, if you don't win the lane as Coddle and you don't really finally farm afterwards, like, what are you? Not very useful, I think, is the answer. And well, dead is looking like it's going to be the answer here.
Well, I think just the way Matthew's playing right now is just exceptional, I feel, right? Like, you've got such a nice lane between the Centaur and SD. You don't need to help Centaur because Spectre is the weakest carry in the laning phase, right? He's a farm-only hero that can never kill. So now Matthew has free reign to do whatever he wants. He's opted to play on preventing stacks. He's enabled Sumel's great laning. So I think, yeah, just the way SD has played right now is insane. I'd love Croaky to get a couple more levels, though. He has been sitting at level 3 in a winning game for, like, some time, but it's okay. They'll come shortly.
Well, here we go. They're going for the play on Sumail here. Again, they haven't bought a ton of people, and Sumail is just going to get brought down. It's more than enough, but now Miracle looking for a bit of revenge. It's a great kill from Winter Bears, and they might as well get Kuro whilst they're at it, so that's going to be 2 heroes brought down. Winter Bears, they bring the numbers and then some. Everybody to the middle lane to get that kill.
Okay, so we've got the results in for a very crucial poll. It feels like it's like 55-45 towards Nigma. And somehow there's also quite a big cohort of people that are just pressed 3, so whatever that means. So yeah, it does seem barely Nigma favored, but I'd argue, you know what, it's a lot closer than I expected. So we can keep our cast unbiased, Nomad.
Okay, we'll do.
There you go.
Jeezy. I don't know what he's doing here, but he's
too easy for Jeezy, as he...
Dead.
He's dead.
Poison.
Yeah. No, again, I'm very impressed with just Matthew right now, and yep. Rubik also dies. Like, who comes to mid lane? That's the thing, right? Like, Keeper Light is all about positioning and fighting.
Nice
and
timing. Matthew just dropping down the demonic purge. The moment that surge comes out, that means no escape for Kachal. I'll just pick up the free one down on the bottom side. You hit 6 on the Shadow Demon from the kill onto the first hero, and then you use that ultimate to kill the second hero. Very nice indeed. Matthew,
it just feels like
they jumped here.
Okay, just a little bit though.
Means he's still on full HP, but
19-1.
Yeah.
The Illuminate, no!
He's getting away! Oh, he's gone.
There was nothing to save him.
Nothing at all left in the tank. But they're getting a bit of revenge now on Nigma Galaxy here. Jeezy's the one being jumped at, but that's it. The slows are there. Avalanche coming in from the sidelines. Miracle actually popping the ultimate to kill off his own teammates from the walls, though. There is a big stack nearby, which is probably the real reason why. Stoic and Kachal, he can't really do much about this. He's just being chased down on the sidelines. A free Tiny, a free stack. Sure, Stoic's able to steal one, but what's it going to cost him? Miracle doesn't want to quite commit like this. He's got his limits.
Okay. So I'm looking at Croaky's build right now, and it's pretty unconventional, right? Like, every Enigma player has always played around Demonic Summon at some point, right? And also I'm looking at Pro Tracker, and there's only one other player who does this, which is Pichu from China. So it's not as if this is a never been done build before. I am seeing at least one other pro that has dabbled with this. Ollie and Y as well have also done this, where they don't go for any points in Eidolon. So this is not a... Yeah, this is... Yeah, interesting stuff. I'll explain it in a second, once we see if Kachal does go down here.
Yeah, he's already used the surge, so it's going to be a tricky one to get away from. FBZ just waiting for the double edge, and we'll be able to grab that kill. Easy peasy. Numi comes across, though. And see if he can pick up something here, but FBZ is just too damn tanky.
Yeah, okay, so like I said, I'm seeing players, POS 5 pros from China, from SEA, playing this Enigma build where they don't opt to go for Eidolons. I'm guessing it is due to the fact that there is Illuminate, Iron Shell, Fable. There's a lot of cheap ways to kill off the Eidolons, and his team's already kind of winning him the game through their aggression, right? Like, he doesn't need to push a tower because Sumo's going to do it for him. So it really is kind of like an amp-up thing. I think he has been quite under-leveled up until now, where he suddenly hit level 6 at minute 12 due to the kills. But yeah,
trying to
very
get
much
mid-towers over on the top side.
Yeah.
Stoic getting run down. Stampede comes on through. Another God's Strength being used here by Miracle. Stun available in 1 second. Stoic might be reaching the end of his days right now. Stun into the Mask of Madness, into cleaving the guy into oblivion.
Yeah, there it is. But I feel like that's the way Nigma need to play now, right? Like, the way that Kuroki has itemized or leveled, Sumo's gone for the Vessel back from Midas. You've got the Blink on Centaur now, who's killing off Spectre. Like, it's just go, go, go. Like, the laning phase was so good for Nigma that they don't have to carry out anything. Like, this Kotal isn't going to surprise them with any big damage source. Tiny's 1900 gold away from a Blink Dagger. They're smoking up as 4 now, or 3, sorry, in the hope to find someone. Spectre is respawning in 10 seconds. If there was a kill to get, it would ideally be on the Sven. But with how they've drafted Nigma, you kill a Sven, Ark's still freely farming up. So the fact that you're behind 7k gold at 30 minutes against a lineup that is scaling against you, this is going to be a massive uphill battle for Winter Bear.
You got to find a way back in some way, somehow. And, well, the only way you're going to do that is by making more plays, which, if it doesn't go well, is probably going to look bad. Look a bit like running a face into the wall, but that's what they need to try. I like this. This is a cute smoke wraparound. Very, very long, drawn-out play here. Now the smokes are going to pop for walls as well from the Dire. As Matthew does see Mr. Tiny here. Jeezy caught out by the two heroes and, well, doesn't have a team to back him up. The team was nearby, but they've chosen to do something else. They're going to go try and make a different play while BZ and Matthew are occupied. This could be really smart, but the Spectre just dies straight up, and with the Black Hole coming down, I'm not sure there's going to be anything here in time to save her. She's just gone. Miracle's going to be the next target, but they can't just close the gap, especially with the Stampede coming on through, forcing them away. Stoic taking hits from the sidelines with the Spirit Vessel. It's more than enough damage to just kill him off. Down he goes. Another hero dead, and the play just did not work out at all. Nothing came together for Winter Bears there.
Like, how would you fight against him? Like, the fact that you have this Arc Warden he's already getting so many kills, so he's getting Vessel charges. His clone, then when he activates the clone, also has the Vessel charges, so he's getting double the Vessel charges for free, using them on the clone, not his main hero, to reserve them. It's too much coming from Nigma. Like, your Spectre just picked up a Blade Mail. Like, is he really a level 9 Blade Mail really going to help him out right now? They're going to have to try and find a way to delay this game and just get themselves to a couple, like I say a couple items, that's very optimistic, but at least a pick off. And they might find Miracle.
Oh, the hesitation. They just don't trust it. They just don't know where the rest of the team are, and they know they're not on this like strip of wards they had up on the top side, so pretty hard for them to commit to that. But I feel like that's the kind of play you can't be letting like just go like that, you know.
They found Kotl.
Yep, a new me. Well, getting roasted and toasted in the middle lane as Stoic goes down simultaneously. Jeez is going to be the next target here. They spot yet another one. Miracle, no hesitation on the God Strength there, just using it to try and blow up this Tiny. Stomp out, double edge, right clicks in from Miracle, and Jeezy's gone as well. It's not a close one, TL. I'm going to say it.
No, not at all. I do thoroughly enjoy, though, watching Twitch chat be like as free-flowing as an ocean. You know, they started during the draft in one tone of voice, tone of text, and now they're watching this game and seeing how Nigma are playing, and the tones have changed.
With Enigma, with Enigma chats, there's always that guy or those guys who are like, guys, it's not over yet. Be careful. We've been burnt one too many times. Let's not celebrate too early. Every time, man. You'll see it.
I mean, they are 12k up right now. It's going to be pretty hard to lose this one. Simo, though, walks into the river. But there's no one else there. They're jumping.
It's basically 50-50. Easy is getting blasted. Meanwhile, the collar goes down as well. Oh, stolen Stampede. I mean, it's cute, and it might just get the Tiny out of danger, so that's something. Yep, FBZ just jumps straight up to the high ground. He really wants to finish off the kill here onto the Tiny, and might just be able to do so. Stun comes across from Miracle as well, and FBZ collects himself yet another kill. I mean, when we're looking back on the success of Nigma, like, obviously all the lanes went pretty well, but top lane was really kind of like the main focus point for me in the laning phase. Like, how well did FBZ and Matthew do? Like, they did excellently, and then that was able to bleed over into the middle lane and just allowed Samael, who was already doing very well, to just completely stomp down on the Kotl.
It also doesn't help that Winter Bears picked like the weakest laning carry against one of the strongest off-lane duos.
Yeah,
like Centaur SD is, you will always get hoof stomp off because you have the disruption set up. And then Spectre is a hero that is so weak, teams enjoy picking Night Stalker into him. And Night Stalker is like the weakest laning hero, right? Like, that's how weak this hero is in terms of aggression of the lane. So I do feel like Winter Bears kind of drafted themselves into we can't help Kotl now because we picked Spectre, and our 5 can't do anything, and it'll went a little bit south. But for Nigma to still play on those reads, to punish like they do, and then to break the game, it's very refreshing to see. It has been a long time coming, but again, it is their first demon they have to beat. Miracle jumps onto the cuddle top.
Yeah, I mean, Reality trying to do what he can with this blade mail, but the answer is really not a whole lot as FBZ jumps in the back as well, trying to find Kachal. Nice wall coming down. Miracle could be in some trouble. Illuminate's going to scoop on through. Disruption buys him a little bit of time, and he blinks himself away. Miracle lives for the time being. Kachal, Anumi, and Stoic all dead, and actually everybody lying down on the side of Winter Bears. And now into the pit they go.
And the camaraderie as well. Tips getting thrown around. Sumo tipping Miracle. Matthew tipping Miracle. Miracle then going back to help out Matthew with a tip. Like, yeah, they're enjoying themselves. Roshan, 19 minutes. Not even looking at the daytime. Roshan securing it before it hits 20 minutes. Yeah.
I thought he died, but the disruption was actually just so on point from Matthew. Like, just as it was supposed to hit him. Really sick.
So, yeah, Matthew, again, such a nice game. They move down to bottom lane. Instant disruption from Matthews. Set up with FDZ with the stomp. Half HP.
Need a little bit more damage. Oh, look who's coming in. It is Samael's clone.
He has 5 vessel charges on his main hero. Like this clone is walking around with 4 free vessel charges. He could use one on... No, he can just do anything. This is why the vessel build on Arc Warden is so strong. Like, you get those early kills. You build up such a large stack on your main hero. And anytime you press your clone, you're like, all right, we're chilling, boys. Go play Dota. Off you go. I got free hills, free everything.
It's kind of silly. I like it.
Yeah, very silly. 18,000 gold lead at the 20-minute mark. 31 for 5.
Is there anybody who's still saying, well, no, let's not celebrate yet? I mean, it is game 1, so long way to go still.
I feel if Winter Bears had a different mid laner that had scaling in him, I'm down to like meme do the cope, you know? But a Keeper of the Light who's behind on net worth, it's what I'm guessing win probability is probably like 97% right now for Nigma is my guess as I load up the graph. I'm so sorry for disrespecting you. It's 99%.
Extremely rude.
So rude. I was giving the extra 2% as a nod to Darkseer. Darkseer's always a fun hero no matter what state of the game
in the late game, just annoying. And also Dota Plus has always loved Spectre since the beginning of time. Always usually gave her a little bit of extra meat, but not today. Not today. All right, Nigma. Is it high ground time yet? Is that the time? Well, it's definitely Tormented time. Taking down that big old cube.
It's another reason why Dota is so scary right now. Because 20 minutes, if you're draft at 20 minutes, cannot fight for a Tormentor or contest that Roshan, you suddenly lose both, right? Like, look what Nigma's just done. This happens pretty much in every game. We have an early lead. What is Kuru doing? What's happening? Dying to
he almost
Tormentor?
died to the Tormentor, yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
But he didn't.
Okay. Can I go back to my point about the game?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, so I feel like right now, teams have got so disciplined that itemizing and kind of preparing themselves for like the 20-minute moment where they choke their opponent out, stealing both Tormentors, getting 2 free shards, that Roshan. So then this first Aegis used to be an Aegis. Now it then became an Aegis plus 1 shard for both teams. And now teams have got so good that it's now you get 2 shards and an Aegis and potentially even the 21-minute Wisdom runes. That like there's so many things in the span of like 2 minutes that just really accelerate a team's advantage, and it just helps them just kind of propel themselves into that kind of that 30-minute mark of the game where they might even be looking at high ground, as Nigma are doing it now, of course, with a 22,000 gold lead. But yeah, you have to be careful and you have to respect that in the in Dota nowadays.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of people did talk about it, like when Tormentor introduced and everything, and they were saying, "Oh, well, surely you know if you push that off-lane tower tier 2, get it at 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're like looking really good." And like that theory was passed around a lot very early on, but actually turning that into like a executable in-game strategy without just like throwing away all your map presence and throwing away like other stuff, Roshan, your own towers is entirely different. Like you have to kind of rewire how your brain thinks, and when you've paid what 10, 15, 20,000 games plus without Tormentors, and now suddenly you got to like rewire everything to figure it out. It takes a bit of time. But right now they're going high ground. They're taking some barracks. FBZ does get tossed in pretty deep here, but of course always has those bubbles to cover him. It's a really nice little answer they've got to the Tiny. So Male kind of just chilling on the front lines here. Still has a minute left on this Aegis, so kind of wants to die. Would be pretty happy if someone were to take him down here.
Dude, I'm so giddy. Come on, Winter Bears. You got it. Vac Wall, Avatos, Illuminate. You might kill one guy, but it is one of the best combos to hit in the game. True. Just give me one satisfying moment. Have they got a smoke? They got a smoke. It doesn't matter. They're already jumped in. They're already dead.
2 heroes just absolutely blasted. Miracle follows up on the initiation from SBZ and makes short work of them both. But now, well, they'll go in. They'll take the Aegis. Can they get FBZ down as well? Reality once again trying to hang out on the front lines with this Blade Mail, but Miracle, he sees another target. He's running for RGZ on the back, and FBZ is going to be able to take him down with the double edge. And now there's just a case of killing off their own illusions. Easy does it. And another 3 heroes lying dead on the floor. Once again, Nigma Galaxy losing absolutely nobody as they come for the next lane of barracks.
There is no tier 2 alive either in the bot lane, so if Nigma do want to walk there, they can. But the Vac Wall, but that's it. What? Oh.
Yeah, follow-up is not really here, but Samael, he's getting kind of low. It's like Iron Shell plus Radiance plus Blade Mail, you know. This Spectre has a hot minute where no one wants to touch her. Everybody just wants to run away, and especially when you're low on resources, that's exactly what's going to happen here, so.
Now imagine that could have been something different, right? Now imagine they do that, top lane, Vac Wall, 5-man, somehow, Avatos, everything, boom, 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 bam, boom. Maybe. Yeah, no. Nigma have just played
maybe one hero
well.
dies.
Oh god.
Maybe they'll catch up, Matthew.
We haven't really respected FBZ in this game. I will say that much. He's 11-0-14 on Centaur. He's not given away any cheap kill. He's scaled beautifully. Has Shivas. He has Shroud. Looking at the heart. Yeah, I'm excited to see Nigma go up against like Falcons, like Falcons and PSG. That's all I'm saying, right? Like after this game, I feel like in the year that Nigma have been underwhelming, they always have that 1 or 2 games that bait their fans into, oh my god, this team's so aggressive, they're hype, you know? And then they play up against the other teams and they kind of get brought back down to reality, right? But this type of game, this type of draft, it's like it does excite me to see a more competitive, potentially. I'm not going to try and get carried away here. Nigma in this qualifier run, right? Like this is the type of game that you want to see. This is like, as we entered this series, we were like, we want to see Nigma. If they're to do well, they need to crush Winter Bears. It can't be an even game at any point.
Yeah, we did.
If they want to even think about qualifying. And so far, I mean, yeah, so far it's kind of happening.
Yeah, it is. I would say this is a stomp. I mean, you've got over 1k gold per minute at the 26-minute mark.
Smoke.
It definitely qualifies. It definitely qualifies. And FBZ has absolutely been on the forefront of that, winning his lane. Look at this. They've read the read. They've read the call so damn well. Miracle's just straight upon him, trying to bring down GD, trying to bring down Kachal. They know that Kachal's the only chance of stopping them from taking these barracks. And guess what? He's in the grave. Buyback is available for the both of them here. They're going to have to use it. There will be a moment where God Strength is down and maybe, just maybe, they can look to make an aggressive play. But with those buybacks, I'm pretty sure it's just the bell for Nigma Galaxy to probably back themselves away. I mean, they can go for a re-engage if they really want to whilst God Strength is up, but with the last few seconds starting to dwindle, it's probably time to chill. And look at Kachao just going for the blind play up onto the high ground. You know, you got to respect it sometimes. He was like, oh, they might be waiting there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize he used wall. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I went full commitment into that.
My camera was just slightly to the right, and I just heard a vacuum. And oh, okay.
Maybe with the
free passage to high ground.
Say like, maybe you could have checked that one out, scout it beforehand. But yeah, this is a free patch. It's probably game, that wall, honestly, which is a shame. He went for the all-in play and didn't pay off, and now he calls GG. That'll be game number 1, very handily going the way of the Galaxy. Black Hole comes out and Matthew cancels it. Very nice. Great ending, great game, great start.